At a ripe 25-year-old, I'm yearning for connection and commitment. It's 1999, and there's a whole new world of options. The digital landscape of dating websites. That's where I met someone I instantly connected with. A young man from Philadelphia we'll call Sam. He's exactly my type, short, fit, masculine, and a little mysterious. We talk on the phone for hours every day. He comes he goes on and on about how he wants to build a life with me, buy a house together, and have that white picket fence, two kids, and maybe a dog relationship. Sam makes the journey from Philadelphia to Memphis to be with me. I'm so excited to share my life with him. Not long after he does, the tempo shifts. Sam tells me that Memphis is too slow for him and that he's leaving to move to Atlanta. The night before Sam leaves, he tells me that he wants to be intimate with me before he goes. Now, I had already made my mind up that I wasn't going to have sex with him. I'm a strong believer in monogamy. Yes, a monogamous gay. And I didn't want to go that next step if he was already out the door. However, Sam continues to pressure me. He's tugging on my heartstrings. I, I'm knowledgeable about sexual health, though. I'm known in my community for being the one to show up to parties with a bowl full of condoms. I figure, I know how to be safe. What's the big deal? I relented and I slept with Sam. He leaves the next day. With Sam gone, I throw myself into work. I try to keep my mind busy and not think about him. He's gone and there's no reason to look back. Until a few weeks later, I'm at work and I'm surprised to look down at my phone and see Sam's calling me. His voice is trembling. He's crying and he says, I have an STI. You should get tested. I can't help but wonder what is really going on. Why is he calling me? He knows I'm always safe. Despite this, I know I have to do the right thing and heed his advice, even if it's just as a safety precaution. After work, I make an appointment at my local health department to get tested. I'm low on funds and I have to go to this clinic instead of my usual doctor. It's not what I'm used to. The walls are painted a pukey green and the waiting room is packed with many anxious people. Their fear is palpable and hangs heavy in the air. I feel like I'm going to choke on it. After what feels like forever, I'm finally called and put into a room. An older nurse comes in, letting me know she's going to take down my medical history and sexual history. So you like me, she says. Yes. Well, I have to check your sites. I tell her, don't worry about my penis because I ain't never used it sexually. She doesn't listen to me. And without my consent, she tries to swab my penis. I slap her hand away. Okay, then, I'm going to swab your anus, she replies. And then she proceeds to stab me in my ass with a Q-tip. Yep, it hurts. She lets me know that the clinic will be in touch with me within 2 weeks. When I finally get the call from the clinic, I'm asked to come in for my test results. I'm brought into a stuffy back room where a very serious counselor sits with me. You're negative for STIs, but you're reactive for HIV. What? My mind is swimming as I try to process this news. The counselor is asking me all these questions about my sexual partners, who they should contact, but I can't concentrate. Give me a minute. Give me a moment to think, I managed to say, but the counselor takes a short tone as insubordination. You have to talk to my boss before you go because you're not being compliant. I'm shuffled off to another counselor's office. It's protocol that I need to see 3 separate counselors before I'm allowed to leave. She's just as rude and prying, telling me she can have me arrested for not telling her what she wants to know. I refuse to answer invasive questions about my romantic life. And when I get to the third and final counselor, I'm relieved to find she's much kinder. I don't know how much more of this disrespect I can take. She talked to me about getting into care for HIV, and she sets up some doctor appointments for me. She says, "Does you have any questions?" She asks. No. Even if I did, I can't muster saying anything else. I'm shocked. I feel numb inside. All I want to do is get outside of this stupid clinic. I'm released. And as soon as I exit the door of the clinic and I merge into the frigid embrace of winter, I feel the weight of my new reality start to fall upon my shoulders. All of my well held back emotions begin to flood through me. I cry out to the heavens, "Why?" When I come out of the fog, I do my due diligence and I call Sam to let him know. But when I tell him, he doesn't seem shocked. Had he already known he was positive before we slept together and not said anything, maybe if Sam had been truthful, I could have been spared from this disease. I can't dwell on this though. I need to take care of myself. I start going to my appointments. The kind counselor set up the appointments for me. The first being a specialty clinic for HIV patients at a local hospital. They don't listen to a word I say. The doctor put me on a medicine that I'm allergic to, and then they switch me to another one that makes me sick and causes everything I taste to eat to taste like motor oil. I talked to the caseworker at the health department. I asked her if she knows of any physicians that are accepting new patients so I can get the hell away from that clinic. I get an appointment somewhere new, and the doctor actually listens to me. A weight is lifted off of my shoulder. He says, "Throw that other shit away." And he tells me, and he prescribes me this new medicine called Trizavir. It's exactly what I wanted to be on, but no other doctor took the time to listen to my needs and to prescribe to me. It's in this clinic I met a caseworker that used to work for the CDC. She's impressed by my knowledge and my ability to speak up for myself, so she approached me with the offer. "Renae, I got this advisory board, and I want you to be on it. We'll train you to speak publicly and with people who will affect funding. We're going to train you up to be an activist." As a young black queer person who experienced discrimination in the medical field for most of my life, I felt seen by this offer. I think about everything I've gone through. I see our offer as a way to help others overcome what I've had to go through, a way to speak up and to be seen. I say yes. This yes changes my life. Being trained to become an activist sparked a fire in me. When I do this advocacy work, I feel like I'm able to fix broken systems that failed me during my coldest day of my life. Now I'm on planning councils and national advisory boards, and I worked with the state of Tennessee Health Department HIV Prevention Task Force. I've written articles about being black and trans in the South. I'm a full blown, full time activist. And to every young, black, queer, disabled person, I see you. No one is going to stop me from living my life to the fullest. And I promise to fight to make sure you're able to live yours to the fullest too.